Hello and welcome back to day 30 of Journey to 3000. You may be wondering why my rating is 2197 and why I've removed a loss from our score counter. Well, to answer that question, we have to pour one out for Mega Meme Lord here. I don't know if you remember that game, but as you can imagine, we got absolutely annihilated. And then he stopped playing for about 2 weeks, but he started playing again and he got banned. So got our points back. So this means that this game will be evening our score if we win, and we'll also get 2200. So a lot of pressure on this game, but we'll fight through it. Queuing. Yeah, so we gotta lock in. We gotta get 2200 back. That's the goal. And we got a really high rated player. But let's do it. D4. Not afraid. C4. We're good so far. Alright, let's play the Nimzo. I've been trying a new line in the Nimzo, and I'm gonna try it here. We're gonna play positionally. I'm gonna go bishop here, knight here, f3, castles, and then pawn storm. That's gonna go to g3. Oh. Let's play f3 here. He's really coming at me. Takes. I think we're fine. So let's just castle. How about some castling? Okay. Bishop here. Maybe a rook lift. How do we want to advance our position here? Okay, let's start with knight here. Did we just blunder a pawn for no reason? No, not yet, but close. Close. You can take, but we have a nice check at the end, and we win back the material. Still might not be good, but okay, we're gonna swing our rook over. Yeah. Or do I want to play here? Let's go ahead and swing the rook over. I was really excited about playing this line, which is Giant Pawn Storm, but he's played against it well, because I don't know what to do. Because I'm frankly not super familiar with this line, despite me playing it. But I think our position's okay still. Maybe a little bit down in time. But that seems to be the norm. Okay. So bishop b1, protect this piece again, so you can't just win the pawn. Oh, I didn't see that. What do I have here? My immediate instinct is yes. Maybe a knight here after that. Alright, so it looks like I've done a horrible job. He has done a good job of deflecting what I'm doing, which is unfortunate. Okay, maybe queen here, knight here, bishop here, and things are fine for the time being. Bishop here. Bishop e1, obviously not a good move. But he's a tough opponent, so we're just going to try our best. I'm guessing something along the lines of pushing here. Okay, fix the doubled pawns. Looks like we're gonna lose this bishop. Not the bishop, the pawn. Okay, do we have bishop here? Maybe we have that in a move. Let's try rook here, bishop d2. He doesn't have enough time to exploit the pin, and we are putting pressure on his pieces, so I'm somewhat happy with what's happening here. Okay. Takes, knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Knight here. Basically have to take the queen, right? I'm imagining that is the case. Let's go ahead and go here. Just threaten this pawn. Notice how this bishop is still pinned, so perhaps a little bit ambitious on my part. Notice how this also now forks the pawn and the pin. So maybe not my best move, but I don't know if we're dead yet. We still got 4 minutes. Definitely had worse positions. Knight here, not my favorite move. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we should have taken here first, but at the same time, I don't think this is working for him. Maybe I'm wrong. So bishop takes, bishop takes, rook takes, rook takes, knight takes, rook here, bishop here, bishop take, king takes, and we lose. Okay, I see now, I see now. What about knight takes right away? Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, king takes, Is there losing somehow? I'm sure I'm about to find out. Bishop takes. I was going to do rook takes. Do I win? Material's even. Got pressure on the pawn. Maybe we should have taken this knight first. Box the knight out. Okay. Just take the pawn. 2 minutes, but our position's playable, so that's good. Run out the board. Get the king involved. We got a passer. Get the king involved. I'm gonna try to go here, I guess. Maybe he'll just recycle the knight in that case. Maybe I'm gonna start walking in though. Maybe we should have done that a couple moves ago. I don't know. Put pressure on the queenside pawns. That's my goal. This pawn is hanging. Okay, walk it up the board. He has to be very careful here. My knight's tricky. My bishop's covering his knight, so just be aggressive and be confident, and we can make 2200 this game. Opening could have gone better, but we're still alive. I'm nervous, but I'm not dead yet. And frankly, kind of happy with how this game's gone. Even if I lose, we're in a playable endgame against a strong player. So what else could I ask for? We're making him think. Okay, he wants to play here with check. What if I go king here, though? What's your follow-up? Okay, that was not your plan. That's scary. Okay, so I'm guessing this loses to check. King up, check. King here or something. So let's go ahead and route our knight this way. Okay, this is moderately annoying. Not gonna lie. He's threatening our pawn. I don't see an easy way to defend it. In fact, I think I'm playing in poor form here. How do I prevent this check? Oh, with here. Okay. Seems easy enough. King moves off this file, we jump into this file. Staying alive. Maybe not in the clock, but in the position. The clock has been in better shape. Yeah, we definitely should have maybe accelerated this plan quicker. Well, his king was inactive, but I don't know. He wants to fork me. That's fair. It's very scary, running out of time. Okay, push him away. Okay, he's got a check coming up. So how do I prevent that? Let's just go here. Still kicks me out. Straight off a pair. Knights, cover this square, and try to win with the passer. That's my goal. We're out to this side. He's gonna get his own passer. I admit this. I admit this. That is admittable. And I think we just played a bad move there. Now we have to wait for his knight to move. He's going to get an outside passer perhaps, but we're also getting a passer here. Maybe we have enough time to play this. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Gotta play fast. That's pretty much all we have. Is playing fast. Probably getting outmaneuvered here. Okay, seems like a weird move. Just gotta bring the pawn into the game. He's getting a passer, but we're also getting another passer. Not sure how this one plays out. We're gonna catch up to this pawn, right? I sure hope so, man. Seems like he blundered there, if I'm not mistaken. The game's coming down to it. Keep alive. About to promote. Catch both pawns and we win the game. Catch both pawns and we win the game. Throw the pawn down the board. Shit. No way he catches both, right? No, he can't. Okay, we win. Easy game. We are 2200. It happened. Yep, just formalities. And checkmate. Good game. That is a solid win to get back up. Let's go ahead and update the score. You know, we've taken a lot of losses on this channel. Today is not a day that we are taking a loss. Feels good. If I'm gonna feel bad when I lose, I'm gonna feel good when I win, and I'm gonna feel good today. Pretty happy with how that one went out. Game review. Switching to the analysis board. This is good. This is good. This feels good. All right, yeah, we definitely. Wait, hold on. Let me start the review. Apparently, we played the opening really well, but I really didn't know what I was doing. Okay, this was the last book move. Did we? Okay, no, we played well. My goal in this opening is basically a pawn storm. I'm gonna go f3, try to claim the center, but the way he played it was really probably premeditated. He probably has looked at this many times. And so he kind of prevented my idea. And then he went after the c4 pawn. And it definitely wants me to play d5 here, which makes sense. I'm the one who wants the center to be closed because I'm attacking. But I'm just not a very attacky player. So I was afraid of that. But okay. Yeah, bishop here. You could see that this was kind of a mistake. You know, remember how I said last game, if you're retreating, it's not a critical move? I mean, this is different because it's not a knight, and it's still covering the same squares, except for this square. And he noticed that I'm retreating. What square did I leave behind? This square. And he immediately jumps on it. And I'm sure black just has a slight edge here. And by slight edge, I mean they're clearly winning. How do I just have to go back, don't I? Yeah, it was that bad of a move. Nope, it wants me to sack the pawn. Okay. No, wait, what? Oh, rook e1. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Bishop takes. Rook d2. Alright, it's a double pawn. It just wants to sack the pawn and go for the attack. That's fair. But anyway. Yeah, I got confused. He basically tripped me up. All I know is this rook maneuver. That's the only thing I know about this opening. So that's what I was going to play. And then he took away this. So perhaps I have to play... I pretty much have to play d5 here, don't I? Yeah. I can't keep the tension in the center anymore. It's just not feasible. Which probably means I failed my objective earlier. Knight here is a perhaps too premature. It just wants d5. If they play like this, I guess you have to play d5. I'm sure there's drawbacks for him. But here, he never played this, which I felt like was always the best move. d5. I'm pinned. He just never seemed to register that I was pinned there. And I pointed that out, and he never played it. And I think if he had played that, I would have lost pretty quickly. But the fact that he didn't play it seems pretty nice. And then he played the sketchy idea, and I think we found the best response. I say as I look at the miss win indicator, what's the best response here? It wants bishop takes c4, d takes e5, rook f to c1. It's a little bit pinned, isn't it? It's a little bit pinned. Yeah, but he totally messed up here, and we're actually winning at this point. And then we totally mess up. Still don't understand this. Bishop takes c4. No, that's not the correct move. Oh, it's talking about his move. Sorry. Rook f c1. We can just pin the rook. And now the rook's not hanging at the end, so we're up in exchange. Interesting, interesting. Because he can't... If he takes this, it comes with check. Okay. So it was the same idea, except it actually worked. Whereas mine, material's even Steven afterwards. But we're still ahead. Played a great move. We got our king in. Probably wasn't the most accurate. Wants us to claim the space, which makes sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't want us to claim the space. I'm looking at the wrong move. Wants us to claim this space. a4. Call it immobilizing your opponent's majority. Although, in this case, we're not really doing that. But we are doing what? I don't know. I don't know what this move accomplishes. Well, okay. We can free our bishop up. He has no real way to attack this unless he trades off this pawn. So really, we're liquidating this. But he's got the outside passer, so we want to avoid trading things down too much. Which we did. I think we played alright. I think this was a good idea, getting my king over here. His knights were actually pretty bad. Although, I did misplay this. Knight c7. I was like, what about just king d7? Knight takes a6 with the fork of the knights. I've never, okay. There's something in chess called the magic distance. And the worst square for a knight to be is two diagonal squares away from something, because it takes like 3 moves to attack it. That's the maximum amount of moves. Right here, 1 move. Right here, 2 moves. But right here, 2 diagonals away, always takes 3 maneuvering moves. So looking at this position with the fork, which I did not see at all during the game, which is interesting. Notice how these knights are magic distance away from each other, which means that they cannot protect each other anytime soon. So I'm winning my thing back, and I have an extra pawn in this scenario. So it's completely winning. But I obviously did not see that, because that is hard to see, for me at least. But it's cool. Definitely cool looking. Not a fork you see every day. Okay, next on the agenda. So we saw where our opponent messed up again. Playing some good moves. Bishop is an okay square. Maybe we didn't play the most accurate with our king. He's actually probably better here, yes. So we lost control around this point. Again, another retreating move, which I felt was forced. It's the second best move. Just didn't see that we had the opportunity to win the game there. Yeah, f4 definitely felt bad because he's trying to set up this check, this fork. And unlike the last game, where when I was completely winning, I forked my rook and king. I did not. I was well aware of the forks this time. Does not like me trading off the knight, which is fair. I can imagine why. King knight is very similar to king, and in this scenario, he's got the outside passer. King knight pawn is very similar to king pawn, I mean. And in this scenario, he's got the outside passer. Yeah. What else? What am I saying about this? Right, so by trading off my bishop for his knight, king pawn knight, with an outside passer, he's probably winning in there. But it's still relatively equal. But he kind of messes it up. We just stick our pawns in good squares. This is a risky decision. We both get passers. He got the outside passer. I feel like if he just pushes, I don't know what the hell his breakthrough idea is. Apparently the computer likes it. But and apparently this is horrible for me. But okay, that's a big blunder. Maybe he should have just secured this pawn first. I do get the impression that he's winning here, just because his passers are on the flanks. He's got the separated passers. I also have separated passers, but you might be able to tell that they are, in fact, less separated than his separated passers. But he jumps the gun, and I can catch both of his passers, so what does he do to even draw? And then here, he completely... He has to go for the draw. That much is clear. Never mind. If I take this, I lose the game, so I can't catch both passers. I understand. King takes. He played really fast at the end game. He's trying to beat me on time, but his trade-off for playing fast was in fact playing very bad chess. I mean, if he sat here and calculated, what am I going to do? I'm going to lose. Although it's pretty somewhat simple, but I've been sitting here for 30 seconds talking about this, and I still haven't figured out how to win. This move loses. Right? Right. Taking the knight loses. So I gotta ask, what the hell do I do here? I mean, what's going on? I guess I walk over. I control this pawn. Deflect the king with the passer. Take this pawn. Okay. Alright, that actually does make sense to me, but I'm not sure I'd have been able to figure that out. But okay, here he totally blunders. He just has to sack the knight. The pawn's going to promote. Again, notice the promotion square, magic distance away from the knight. Isn't that interesting? His knight really is really bad at handling this pawn. He cannot reach this promotion square in 3 turns. So we win the knight, and then we win the game because we can stop both of his pawns. Here, pretty unfortunate. Just take... Yeah, just don't do what I did, which was throw away a pawn for no reason. Although it wasn't for no reason. We promoted the other pawn, so don't ignore what I said again. The past me was correct, and the future me is in fact wrong. Anyway, and then we checkmated him. So good game. Good game. Let's look at the score. Back to even Steven. I don't know why I say even Steven, but that's just what I feel like saying. 18 wins, 3 draws, 18 losses, 30 days passed. Perfect. feel like we're making progress. That game felt good. Thank you for watching. This has been day 30. See you next time.